How you guys doing? This is good old Grandmaster Evan here, and you're watching the Anonymous Liberty Media of the Worldwide Resistance Network, also known as TWWRN. Now, this video is a pickup where I left off a few videos ago back. A video that is by now they're doing a video called "Why Apple is Bullshit Now." Now, how many of you right now are dealing with a very slow, saying, phone, tablet, Mac, or an Apple laptop, or think of Apple made? This past a couple months back, Apple was caught lying. Why? This is a question that needs to be answered, and now the one thing that Apple did good for us was bring out encryption for our phones. They gave us through iOS 11.2.2, which is, I'm going to see right now, provide an update. It is to provide a security update for all, and is recommended for all users. Now, a lot of Apple iPhone owners have been experiencing a very process of the phone being purposely slowing down, so Apple would have current owners of the phone buy a new one. Now, this has what been bugging me for a very long time. Okay. Now, I know that's like at the time we were using 2G. Okay, 2G. And we were good with it. Everything was good. It was kind of okay, but it was still doing its work. But all of a sudden, 3G came. Then LTE. That's how what's happening with Apple. Apple is wanting you to buy a new, say you have an iPhone 5S, and it's been working for you for a long time, and you have no problem with it, except it's slowing down. Now, this is a process, this is a practice that even the automotive industry has been doing. Okay, so like you own, I'm gonna go say, say you own a 1967 GTO. It has a really badass 389, 375 horsepower, about around 375 horsepower. You take care of it for years. You manage it well, and it took care of you. You went from point A to point B, back to point A. Okay, but now we got cars like like the brand new Chrysler 200S, all-wheel drive, twin turbo V6. But will it last? Well, you take care of the car, because cars these days are becoming computerized. Now, cars like, say, you get a 83 or a 77 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am with a 6.6 liter V8. Runs good, take care of it, awesome. the car. Will last for a long time, but depends on how you take care of the car. If you take care of the car will take care of you. Now that's how we see the iPhone. Okay? We see the iPhone. If we take care of the phone, don't drop it. Take care of it. Always keep the screen clean. Always keep it good. Then all of a sudden the software the phone starts to slow down, but the software is upgraded for all users, but the phone's slowing down. I mean, you can have your iPhone 4S, and you love the phone. You like how it looks, how it feels in your hands. Then all of a sudden your phone starts to slow down. It starts to really slow down. And you kind of figure out, why is it slowing down? Why does it take time to load? Or why can't I get on the internet fast enough? Well, Apple got caught in a lie. Okay, Apple got caught in a lie, and now they're finally admitting it. What we already knew. Apple has been slowing down their product, has been slowing down your phone. Each company uses a practice that goes back to the 20s and 30s. The reason we got mechanics and people who have hobbies of working on cars is they want the vehicle to last. They want the car to last for a very long time. They want it to have a good engine, a good transmission to go work with the engine. Have a good fuel economy. See, the automotive, the gas and oil industry are just flipping they're busting their gas heat because we're learning how to make our cars work better, make them last longer, take care of them better. Okay, for example, my grandparents have a 1967 Ford Galaxy XL 500. Okay. A 302, a 289 brought out to a 302. Good car. It's a 4-door classic. It's 51 years old. Got it. Right now they're driving in a 92 Crown Victoria. Good year model. And my grandfather is 80, going to be 80. Was it? He's 87. No, 86. I think 87. I could be wrong. But he worked on that Galaxy for a long time. Kept it running. I mean, that was the car. I mean, a car that year could last for a very long time. Okay. Now, new cars, like, say, you got the new Dodge Charger, the new Challenger. Okay, the new Challenger. Okay. It's 840 horsepower. It's a Dodge Demon. Brand new. It's time 9.6. 115 miles, 120, whatever. And it was banned from the NRA. It was banned from the direction because for a stock car, it left with 9.6. Now the iPhone, to me, it's like a Swiss Army knife for anybody. Okay. What's one thing that could really bug us? One of the things about it. It's not fast enough. It ain't fast enough. Why is it slowing down? Why is it slowing down? Why is it not doing what it's supposed to do. Well, Apple is slowing down the phones. They're slowing down because they want you to buy a brand new phone, a brand new Mac, brand new iPad, brand new Apple computer. And I want you guys now. This is to all the Apple iPhone guys and women. You have an iPhone. You've had it for a very long time. You enjoy having it. It's good to use. You use it all the time. You text, you email. I mean, you do a lot on your phone, right? You do a lot on your phone. You do a lot. You record videos. You take pictures of family and friends, even your kids. Yeah. Then all of a sudden, you've had this phone for a long time, and you see people with new ones coming out. I'm say you have a 4S or a 5, or in that matter, and that type of phone. And you see someone with an iPhone 7, iPhone 8, then all of a sudden the brand new iPhone X. Get the iPhone X. And from the 6 to the X, there's no place to put the earphones, no place to plug in, this little guy here. Everyone's going with the earbuds. See, look. The reason I like the iPhone SE and back is, look, here I could plug in my headphone, my earphones. I've always liked using earphones on my phones because I think that I'm I just feel that it is time to realize Apple will they admit wrongdoing? Partially, because Apple's job is to make money, sell a product to make money. The company is worth tens of billions of dollars. Okay, their competitor is Microsoft and IBM. Okay, IBM. Because a lot of tech companies butt heads. Okay, they butt heads all the time over how many consumers they could get per week, per month, per year. They compete. It's like the social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, fuck MySpace, Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Minds, all those. Minds is new, but they're competing on how many people they can get added to their social media. I got Minds, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, YouTube. Okay. And I also have Candid and Snapchat. Snapchat's brand new social media thing. They're competing. How many people they can get on their platform? And I hope that now the one thing that Apple is going to accept from what I find out right now, that Apple is willing to accept responsibility by offering to change your battery, either for nothing or for a price. Now, I would say do it for nothing because you own the device. You pay for that device. But they need to make money, right? So let's change the battery for say 25, 30 bucks. And you're good. I say, well, let me think about it. Since my phone is no longer slowing down, it's going okay. Give me, I need a little bit of time, bro, to think about it, right? Just give me a few months here. I don't blame I don't blame the company in a way. I blame the heads of the company, the ones who are the programmers. I blame them. I would blame them. I would blame the programmers and software guys who are slowing it down because the company needs to make more money by you buying a brand new Benford 4000 Apple iPhone. No, just build an iPhone that could be compatible with the person who's using it. Don't fuck with the phone. Don't fuck with the iPad. Don't even slow it down. Okay? By you slowing it down, you're trying to force the person who owns your product to forget about the one they're using now and spend about $600 to $700 on a brand new fucking phone. I mean, it's a practice Apple has been using for years. Okay, since iPhone came out. Okay, if Steve Jobs was alive and this happened, if that guy was alive today, he would be flipping over tables, throwing chairs at the windows, because he wants the consumer to have a product that they can be proud of. Okay, be proud of something you got, you paid for. Right now, Steve Jobs is probably rolling in his grave right now. He's probably rolling in his grave wondering, why are they fucking with the people who bought my product? Hello? And I think about the time that Apple does admit wrongdoing and accept responsibility, it's probably not the battery itself. It's probably not the battery. It's probably those fuckers at Apple, the programmers who's trying to slow down the phone, slow down the battery charge, whatever it is. Because they're trying to convince the Apple Corporation to get the consumer who bought the device we have now to go and spend about $650 to $700 for a brand new goddamn iPhone, iPad, Mac computer, Apple computer, whatever. I've had this phone for a couple of years. It'll be 2 years. Okay, 2 years this September. Okay, August or September, whatever. End of August, between the beginning of September, could be 2 years. I got this phone. Let me keep the charger here. I've had this phone for a good almost a year and a half, and I learned how to work with it, how to take care of it. I mean, it's like taking care of a I mean, you learn how to take care of it like you do your vehicle. You want to keep it good, keep it running, keep it working. And it has to be good. If you take care of it, it will help you out. It will take care of you. I believe a product that's well taken care of, like a car, and just let the software update. I mean, imagine if you had an iPhone 4S and you installed iOS 11.2.2. You're good. You don't need to understand that you have a device. Okay, whether it's an iPhone or Android or a Windows Phone or Galaxy, whatever. As a consumer, you have that kind of what you want in mind. Okay, and what you want in mind here. Now, I understand that not all things will last forever. Okay, will not last forever. But if you could get it to last a long time, a very long time, it will take care of you. I mean, I hear people who work in advertising or executives and who use their phone for business. For business. The difference between Android and iOS is that you cannot hack with iOS, but you can hack with an Android. Depends on what you download. Now, what I got here, I have here is a Alcatel A30 tablet. Now, there's also the A30 smartphone. Now, Alcatel A30 is run by a Android software called Nougat. It's one of the newest Android software department. Now, I'm glad Apple is admitting wrongdoing, and they're taking responsibility for their actions, for lying. Okay, companies lie to save money or to make money. Okay, Volkswagen did it, and so did Toyota. Lie to your consumer when knowing that the product you're selling is faulty. Why are you relying on reports just to save a little bit of money? If you want your consumer to be safe with your product, you have to do right by them. Not just your investors, but also the people who buy your product. Because if you keep doing this, I mean, if you keep doing this, you're not going to have a happy consumer. That's like someone going to Apple to buy a phone. Now, after a while, the network starts to not go good, and they go back to that company, and all of a sudden the company says, "Well, this is the reason why this ain't working. This is why." They try to procrastinate through their explanation on why your phone is a piece of shit. I mean, the network is a piece of shit. Your phone's fine. The network is a piece of shit. Okay, that's why a lot of people are going to T-Mobile because you get Verizon, you get AT&T, who are the biggest corporate cocksnots in the country. People are going to T-Mobile because T-Mobile has a lot more to offer. They're willing to add this and this and this to your thing on the house, in which Verizon can't do it, and neither can AT&T, because they did that. In their mind, they're thinking, we can't do that. We're going to lose a lot of fucking money, bro. And that's in their mind. Like, we can't do what T-Mobile's doing. It would break us. No, it won't. It won't break you. Just make you a little behind. T-Mobile has been breaking the rules. They were the first to break the 2-year contract thing. They're offering a lot of more shit for you, the consumer, for T-Mobile. AT&T don't want to do it. Verizon can't do it. Sprint is fucking up pretty bad. For Sprint to do good by their customers, they need a lifeline. They need a lifeline. Because for the longest time, Sprint was a pretty good company. Okay, I almost bought a phone from them. I've had this in my mind that, I want to find a company that could really work with me and answer the questions that I would ask. Now, Apple needs to do right by the customers, by the consumer, because if they don't, they will lose a lot of business. And when a company loses a lot of business, shares drop, investors back out, the company is tanking. So Apple will probably be in the level of Sprint. If Apple keep doing the alliance, because if they keep slowing down the phones, they're going to lose a lot of customers. Say for Sprint, for Sprint to save their ass, I think they need to merge with T-Mobile just to save their ass, because Sprint is like the 4th rated phone network carrier in the country. Because if they merge with AT&T would buy them out. If Sprint merges with Verizon would buy them out. And there goes Sprint. Gone. So the only way that Sprint could save their own ass is if they merge with T-Mobile. Merge. Save their ass. That means T-Mobile will be calling the shots partially. It would give a chance that Sprint would save their own ass if they merge with T-Mobile. Because the whole AT&T and T-Mobile thing didn't work out, because Sprint would, if Sprint merged with T-Mobile, T-Mobile will be out of business. Big time. So the merge thing didn't work. See, AT&T is kind of like these corporations who don't want a competition. Okay, Apple's going through it with Microsoft, IBM, big time, no bullshit. And for a while, IBM took over Apple because board of directors voted Steve Jobs. the co-founder of Apple was fired from his own company by the board of directors. So when Steve Jobs came back, he had to clean house. He had to fire some dumb shits who booted his ass because from the company he founded, co-founded, was Steve Wozniak. And now we got Apple. We got Apple admitting wrongdoing. Hopefully that Apple would take and accept responsibility. Now the idea of changing the battery, kind of a questionable thing. It's kind of a questionable question because what if it wasn't just, I mean, what if the battery was okay? And the reason for it slowing down was programmers. Think about it. Okay, guys, if you're new to this channel, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment below. Please share the video. I would really appreciate it very much. And please don't forget to hit the bell for notification and for any future videos. And this is good old Grandmaster Robin here signing off. You just watched Anonymous Liberty Media, affiliation of the Worldwide Resistance Network, also known as TWWRN. Remember, knowledge is free. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself. Peace out. Revan out.